sound. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Black Male Advice TV. We're back again with another show for you. And what we're going to deal with today is a sort of like a video analysis of a show that I pretty much got recommended by the YouTube system. It's about accountability with Black women. We're going to talk about that tonight. Very interesting topic. I looked at this particular video clip for about 7 or 8 times. And I want to share my thoughts on it because it proves more and more on the things that I teach concerning Black women relationships, that there really is no hope when it comes to the accountability, because women don't believe in being accountable. And what I'm going to share when you see the footage is a show where you had, I think it was about 3 brothers and 2 women. And it was more or less a dialogue to see whether or not one woman can speak on being accountable while another woman, I guess, challenged those positions that most women have today. What I want to do is I want to use this as a teaching lesson to pretty much make not only Black women understand what is wrong, but to also show you why you're going to be single for the rest of your life. What this video is going to prove is that Black women today are like children, and you can't really give them the truth because they get in their feelings, they can't handle criticism, and you're going to learn firsthand through this particular show that once put under the microscope, once you give them the tests, they won't be able to answer or respond with any sort of logic or understanding. They'll dodge things, they'll tap dance and dance around questions. It's really a bad time to be in relationships. All of you brothers out there that want to be married and find a wife, you're out of luck. Like seriously. I mean, I'm rooting for you, but today's modern woman is destroyed, and she's destroyed because she don't understand the authority of the Black man. See, I'm gonna get right to the point before we get into this. And if you haven't seen the title of the show is, do Black women take accountability for the issues black men have against them. Commentary, criticism. Shout out to Sean Steed. I see you in the building. Welcome to the show. The truth of the matter is black women never take accountability for anything. As a black man, you are wrong for everything. It's your fault. They are never accountable. They will never admit to doing any sort of wrong. Even if they done it right in your face, it's still your fault. You must understand that. Because she's a woman. It's been taught to them from childhood. The black woman been taught from an early year in her youth that as a black man, you're not supposed to hit a woman. And even from that point, she took it upon herself to bypass certain principles and laws to provoke the black man to get over, because she figure, I'm a woman. He can't hit me because I'm a woman, I'm a girl. Boys don't supposed to hit girls. So what we got is a situation where you'll have a young black girl, she'll get in the face of a young boy, spits on him. The boy, because he's been taught that he's not supposed to hit women, he kind of just takes it and just kind of goes his way because he's trying to be a good man, right? Most of you brothers who've been taught that you're not supposed to hit women, you've been emasculated. You're going to learn that right now. So are you saying, Ringo, that a black man should hit a woman? What I'm saying is the truth of what reality prove. Women have been taught that as a man, you're not supposed to hit them. But yet women go around provoking men. Women will go toe-to-toe with you, get up in your face, and want to fight. And the minute you ball up your fist and give them an uppercut, break their teeth, break all the whole jaw broken, reality kicks in. All of a sudden, we're not equal no more, right? She called the police. The police come. You get arrested as a man, even though she's the one who provoked everything, even though she put her hands on you. Why? Because as a man, you get blamed for everything. But Ringo, you didn't answer the question. Are you saying that a man should hit a woman? What I'm saying is that if anybody hit you, you should hit them back. If a woman slapped me, I'm breaking her face. It's just that simple. If you come in my space, whether you're a man or a woman, and you lay hands on me, I'm laying hands on you. Remember, we live in a culture that everybody want to be equal, right? Okay. So if you get in a man's face and you want to act like a man, then you better be prepared to meet that force, right? You see, the problem with our women is that they lost their femininity because they didn't have a mom that was feminine. She was masculine. They didn't have a stable home because mom was with every other guy in the neighborhood. They didn't have a father because mom pushed dad away. Don't believe all the lies that your father just decided to leave. Black men typically don't leave their family. The black man was pushed out of the family so that the black woman could get a welfare check and government assistance. See, when the feminist movement was created, they wanted to destroy the black family. So what they did is essentially taught the black woman to sell out her man for a check. And throughout slavery, Big Mama was responsible for emasculating the boys because Mama didn't want to see her son die. So the strength of a man was ripped out of the sons. The boldness of a lion was ripped out of her sons. Because Big Mama and them didn't want to see their son die. So the black man been emasculated from slavery by black women. Because white massa gave the black woman authority to rule over the black man, to prevent him from developing into a man. They didn't want no resistance. They didn't want no anarchy. They didn't want the people to rise up. So if we could weaken the man, we'll have a generation of good slaves. So in the process, we're not going to make them read. We're not going to make them learn how to write. But we'll make the black woman learn how to read. We'll make the black woman get educated. Don't that sound familiar? When you look at today's black woman and all she talk about is how educated she is. Don't that sound familiar? Where she think her education somehow is going to turn a man on. Woman, your education don't mean anything. I've been speaking on this for years. When you get with a black man, it's only 3 things that he's requiring. Number 1 is cooperation. Number 2 is companionship. And number 3 is good cooking. I mean, when you really think about it, we really aren't asking for much. But when you look at society and we look at our women, they really want to be men. In all sense and purposes, they really don't want the role of a helpmate. They really don't want the role of a wife. They don't even want the role of a mother. But see, I'm the bad guy. Because I actually speak raw and uncut, direct to the point, no sugarcoating, no biscuits, no chocolate chips. I give you the real. So from slavery, our brothers have been emasculated because the black women have always ruled over black men. So now when we come into this modern time, the modern black woman have been elevated in society to the point where she's no longer a woman. She's now essentially a man. Women in this culture do not cooperate with us as men because they don't respect themselves. And when a woman don't respect herself, she's not going to respect you. Because as black men, you're supposed to be ruling over your women. I could just see some women right now ruling over. Are you kidding me? Ain't no man ruling on. See, you're going to be single for the rest of your life. You're never going to have a husband. I don't even know why most of you trying to find a man. The only thing that's going to come about that is just you getting used for some moment of pleasure, and then he's going to go away, because it's not even like he's going to go away. You're going to push him away, because the attitude that you possess is that of one who wants to control the man to be what you want him to be, rather than that man being a man. See, a man is supposed to be dominant. And it seems like the only time a black woman want a black man to be a man is in bed. That's the time she want you to grab her by her hair, weave, and do what thou wilt with her body, give her the work of God. That's the moment in time that she want you to be a man. She want you to dominate her. But when we get out of the bed, the black woman do not want you to rule as a king. She don't want you to take the initiative to make moves. She don't want you to be a boss. She want you to be a bitch. And this is what black men are dealing with today. They're dealing with the disrespect of women not submitting to their authority. But then again, when you look at society and you look at the black man and you realize that most of these brothers out here don't really have no order. Most of these brothers out here are not following the Most High. Most of them just want to pump and dump and get some ass. I mean, they don't even respect themselves either. So we live in a dysfunctional society where both black men and black women are corrupt, destroyed. They got so much problems. But everybody want to be experts on dating. Everybody want to be experts on marriage. Everybody want to come on YouTube and share commentary when none of these people are in the game. And what we see is an influx of women that want high-value men, even though these women have no value, even though these women have a body count that is through the roof, even though most come with children from multiple men. But they'll flock to a Kevin Samuels to hear about a high-value man, which is another scam. We're going to get into that a little later. Or they'll go to Derek Jackson, another scam artist, who just tell black women what they want to hear, until his hand was caught in the cookie jar. Now all of a sudden black women want to piggyback and act as if though they're alarmed when their Lord and Savior, the great and mighty Derek Jackson, been caught with his rod in another vagina. But you're mad with me. I get it. I'm the bad guy. You see, everything that I'm speaking on right now is pure fire and flames. You're not going to get that from no other content creator because all these people are bought and paid for. A bunch of actors who just want to get a super chat and a little donation. But they ain't going to keep it 1,000 with you because they got to protect their interests. You see, when a content creator is bought and paid for, he's never going to give you the real that you need. You see, you sisters are on a ship that is sinking. Most of you are going to be single for the rest of your life. I don't think you get it yet. You could go to all the shows, all the content creators, and hear all the bullshit. You're going to be single for life. And the only thing you're going to amount to is a moment of pleasure. Because number one, you don't respect yourself. You see, ladies, your mom should have told you this. Your legs is not a 24-hour store that need to be open. You shouldn't have your legs open like a turnstile. Your legs is not a doorknob. But in this culture, everybody seems to get a turn. But you're mad with me for your own decisions. But this is about accountability, right? But I'm the bad guy. But it was your choice to lay with that guy. It was your choice to have that baby, right? It was your choice to get married to that guy, right? You made that decision. You got in that abusive relationship. You didn't introduce that man to your mom. You didn't introduce that man to your dad. Oh no. You saw the swag. You saw his car. He's high value. I gotta get with him, right? Now he's beating your tail. Now you want to call the cops. But what about your accountability? What about you? Why you make these choices? Why do women sleep around with different men? And then by the time they hit 30, 35, 40, 45, and been with 45 men, all of a sudden they want this new man who been working his whole life to be successful. Brother is making 7 figures. He worked 24 hours a day, hardly get any sleep, but you're expecting him to marry you when you've been around the whole block. Where's the accountability in that? You want a man to take you serious, but yet everybody got a piece of the pie. Imagine going and buy a pair of shoes that everybody wore. Imagine going and buy a pair of underwear that other guys done used. Imagine drinking from a soda bottle or can, and other people drunk from the same can. See, that's the culture we live in. And you're wondering why most men today just don't want to marry nobody. We're going to get to that a little later. Because we got two different types of guys. We got the guys that just don't want to get married for whatever reason. And then we got the whoremonger males who just want to use women. You see, on my show and on my platform, I'm balanced. I talk about the real issues concerning black men and black women. And I don't sugarcoat nothing. I've been doing this since 2006, before any of these content creators that y'all worship. Because most of these guys are just a gimmick. They're not giving you nothing to make your lives better. They're just telling you what you need to hear their way, which pretty much tickle your ear, make you feel comfortable while you're high on the drug that you had been using for so many years. You see, accountability is very important, but we don't see that in our women. And most men are frustrated. So they go to YouTube and they're looking at all these content creators and they're trying to figure out, well, I need somebody to give me some answers. Why these women just don't want to be accountable? Why can't black women just be accountable and change their ways and do what they need to do? Why is it that they always got to make excuses? Because they're children. This is why the Most High have order set. The man is supposed to be the head of the wife. But when we look in this culture, the woman want to be the head of the man. Most of you brothers are in a relationship right now where your woman is the head of the house. She wear the pants. You wear the skirt. It is what it is. You can't do what you want to do in your house as a man in this culture. Because all your woman got to do is call the white man and he'll come in and he'll deal with you. So how are we as men to have a stable family and a stable home when our women are out of order because they don't want to hold themselves accountable for anything? See, at the end of the day, women are just supposed to submit to their man and obey. Let's get to the real. Let's stop sugarcoating everything. Oh, we're partners 50-50. No. I'm the man. I got the plan. The Most High made you as a woman to be a helpmate to me. Your job is to serve and cater. Listen to Beyonce's song, ladies. But you don't want to do that. I ain't serving no man. I ain't doing this for no man. That is why you have a collection of toys. You see, you're a grown adult, but yet you still playing with toys. We'll talk about that in another live show. You want a relationship. You want a husband. It ain't gonna happen without cooperation. What is cooperation? Doing as you're told. Stop giving me a hard time. I got a plan. I'm trying to move the family forward. I don't want to deal with no BS. I deal with that enough in the world. You know, the world is against me. This is against me. That's against me. Last place a man needs to do is come home and his old lady is giving him a hard time. And shout out to Sean Steed for the super chat. He said, thank you for taking the time out to give us great content, Ringo. It's greatly appreciated. A man should not come home from work and have to deal with the BS that come from most women. You come in from a hard day's work, man. Working 8 to 14 hours a day. You come home, ain't no food on the stove because your wife don't believe in cooking. She want to argue with you about some bill. You just had a rough day. She ain't encouraging you. She ain't catering to you. She don't go turn the shower on for you. She don't do nothing for you. And you're like, why am I married? Why am I even here? Ladies, your job is to serve the man. There is nothing else that is important. I don't care about your education. I don't care how smart you think you are. Because I'm going to tell you something, ladies. You're going to all of these colleges, racking up a debt that you expecting a man to pay for. You see, you might have a degree. You might have your PhD. But you don't got a degree in being a wife. You don't got a degree being a good woman. You don't got a degree in how to serve a man. You don't got a degree on how to cook, clean, raise children. You don't got no degree. You don't got no education in that. So quit talking about your PhD, ZZDs, and all these degrees, because it don't mean nothing to us as men. It don't mean nothing to us. Because as a man, I'm the provider. As a man, I'm the one that got to go out there in the world and make it work. But see, you ladies, you want to assume that role. You want to be the man. You want to be the breadwinner. You think you want to go out there and get a career. Your career is being the helpmate to that man, to serve him, bring forth children for him, please him, and cooperate. That's your job. But this Babylonian culture told our woman, you don't need to do that. You've been liberated. No, woman. When you open that Bible, your job is clearly written in Scripture. Because you left the Most High, that is why your life is in shambles right now. That is why your body count is going up. That is why you got kids by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different men. Because you left the Most High. You left the truth. And you took of the forbidden fruit, which is feminism, and you decided to step in the role that is appointed to a man. You as a woman are not supposed to be out here trying to get this education. Now, it's cool that you got an education, but if your education as a woman is not benefiting me as a man, I don't want to hear it. And see, a lot of you ladies, you don't understand life is about purpose. And your purpose is to serve that man. But you don't want to do that because you're not a traditional woman. I'm not no slave. I'm not doing that. Women that serve their man, they're insecure. You just want to control a woman. You damn right. Because if you are not under the subjection of your husband, then you are going to be under the subjection of your career. You are going to be under the subjection of your job. You are going to be under the subjection of the devil. You see, ladies, you find it hard to cooperate with your man. But when you go to that 9 to 5, you sure enough cooperate with your supervisor. Oh yeah, you do as you're told. Supervisor come in that office and he tell you, you start dancing. I need that file done. Get up and go get this. You get off your ass and you go do it. So, how is it that you can cooperate with the company you work for? You come on time. You don't give them no back talk. You don't be argumentative. You follow all company standard procedures. But when you get home, you don't respect your man. You don't cooperate with his purpose. This is why your degree and your career don't mean nothing to us men. Because your life is supposed to be fulfilling the purpose that the Most High called you for, which is to be the helpmate to that man. Not just any man. A quality man. Which is something you ladies cannot find. Because you dealt with too many men. And see, I talked about this in countless videos. And all my talking points, they're all over YouTube. Everybody's using them. You get with this guy, he releases DNA in you. You get with that guy, he releases DNA in you. You get with this other guy, he releases DNA in you. Now you go through a metamorphosis. Now, for whatever reason, the spirits of all these men is dwelling in your body, controlling your mind. You go through all of these mood swings. You are unable to pair bond now. So you got with this new brother, you're trying to settle down. You just can't do it. Seems like everything with you is about sex. You know why? Because you're unable to get that high that you got when you got with your first man that took your virginity. But see, all of these issues is because of the amount of demons that you're actually carrying. See, the Most High made a woman to deal with one man. A woman is supposed to deal with one man for life. But because you want to be a man and you think you're sexually liberated, you go out there and you open your legs to different spirits. Ladies, anytime you allow a man to lay with you, you take on his spirit. If he's a wicked man, you become wicked. So if you factor in the amount of men you laid with, you carry in all of those spirits. Those spirits don't go. They stay in you. You become more corrupted. You go through a metamorphosis. You begin to change and transform into the very image of all of those men. Now you carry in all of the bad personalities of all these different men. So by the time a good brother come along, you giving him hell. Now you trying to make him pay for everything that other men got for free. Now all of a sudden, you don't feel like doing this and you don't feel like doing that because you don't think you have to because you're a woman. Look at what that got you. Nowhere. You're still single. And to be quite frank, we can't even say you're single. Because if you're still having sex, you're not single. And we all know you're having sex. And if you're not having sex, we know you're playing with toys. And if you're playing with toys, we know you don't got no man. And if you have a collection of toys, normally 2 to 5, you definitely don't have a man that's taking care of business. Because a woman that has to resort to toys is a woman that lost her ability to pair bond, and she will never be able to be fulfilled by a man. We're going to talk about that in another show. But accountability, that's what you're all here for, right? Yeah. Let's see what's going on. Let's see how the chat is going on. It's kind of quiet in here. Can't really see it, but let's get into this, people. Let's get into this. Let's get into this, man. Let me see. Fitness information said, I'm starting to think it's taking Ringo talking points. Wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kevin Samuels. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Taking my talking points. I notice he has been talking about polygyny lately. Listen, I've been telling people for the longest, and you know what irks me about this is when I hear people calling this clown an OG. How you an OG and you just started YouTube and you're a freshman? I don't care about popularity, fame. None of that means anything. But when we're talking about originality and talking points, all of these content creators get that from me. They all secretly look at my channel and always analyze what I do and what I talk about. Y'all all know who've been following me from 2006 that I've been talking about polygyny for years. Now all of a sudden everybody want to talk about this. Everybody want to talk about having more than one wife, monogamy versus polygyny, yet none of these guys have a wife. Again, we're going to talk about that as we go on. I'm going to get into that. But it's true. A lot of these guys, they steal all my talking points. But it is what it is. I have that type of influence on others. But let's get into this, people. I'm going to roll some footage. And again, for the record, just to make sure, we're dealing with fair use. Fair use. So don't play yourself. because you're not talking to some amateur who just started here. I know how the system works. Okay. Now that everybody's happy with me, we're going to get into this beautiful bean footage. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. That's his quote. Hope everybody liked my shirt. Shout out to Aku. I wore this shirt for a reason. Brothers, what you see here is the modern woman. That's a representation of the modern woman. She wears a mask, and underneath that mask is death. You see the hair? That's not her hair. You see, brothers, the information that I share is just that real. In order for a woman to be humble, you have to humble her. In order for a woman to be a good woman, you got to make her a good woman. Women do not come to you package and seal good woman. People are not physically fit out of the womb. You got to work out. You got to train. In order to lose weight, you got to work out. You got to train. You got to eat properly. You got to refrain from eating all the swine and the junk. Nothing just happens without hard work. So in order for you to have a good woman, in order for a woman to even be good, she must be with a good man. No woman is going to come to you good. If you get with a modern woman in today's day, she's going to be evil from start. This is why the Most High created teachers to go out here to teach, to rebuke, to preach, to give people warning, instruction, and edification so that they can grow. A lot of our women, not even a lot, all of our women are in the matrix. And they don't want to be woken. They just want to sit there and believe a lie. You know, this tastes like steak. I know it's not steak, but it tastes like steak. That's the modern woman. She knows she's wrong. She knows she's not submitted to the black man. But she wants to act like it's your fault. Now, don't get me wrong, ladies. A lot of these brothers today, they ain't shit. They ain't. But that's your fault. Because you ain't shit. Because you don't know how to choose a good man. A good man is not a man just because he got money. There's a lot of guys that got money, but they're not good men. Do you understand me? Just because a woman look fine does not mean she's a good woman, brothers. Just because a woman got a sexy body and she turned you on, it doesn't mean that she's a good woman. She could be evil as hell. So how do you know the difference? Well, the tree is known by his fruit. So in order for a brother to be a good man, the fruit got to be good. In order for a woman to be a good woman, she got to display the fruit of righteousness. Sadly, most of our women don't produce no fruit. It's rotten. And this is why a lot of brothers have issues, and when they try to address these issues, women never seem to want to take responsibility. What they do is they say, well, what about the black man? What about him? Maybe if he changed, we would change. You know, why he want us to change for? I mean, it's his fault that we are like this. Do you see my point? No accountability. They're never wrong. Okay, I rambled on enough. Let's get into this beautiful footage here, shall we? Turn this off. Let's listen in on the show. This is an analysis. This is an analysis with commentary criticism I'm going to pause the video as it goes. I'm going to show you a couple of things. We're going to go through this thing step by step, and we're going to break it all down to see how women are not accountable. We're going to see how women provoke men. What we're going to see is how they're never wrong, and they'll act like they don't know what you're talking about. They'll act oblivious to what's going on in society. And see, brothers, this is what you're going to have to deal with when you get with today's modern woman. This is what you're going to deal with, brothers. That. On the outside, she looked like this. Inside, she's that. Yeah. In order for a woman to be free, she got to repent. She got to come to the Most High and clean up her wicked ways. If she's not going to do that, she's destroyed already. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. Let's get into this thing here, shall we? Let's go.
On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
So we're going to have two Antons on the show because that's annoying. Y'all both going to change clothes. Y'all both going to wear hats. Y'all both going to do gimmicks. Like, that's annoying as hell. But
do you see how the sister started off with disrespect? Now, I'm pretty sure that particular program had more segments to it. I'm only responding to what I seen. She started off with disrespect. Listen to it again.
On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
so we're going to have two Antons on the show because that's annoying. Y'all both going to change clothes. Y'all both going to wear hats. Y'all both going to do gimmicks. Like, that's annoying as hell. But go ahead. Y'all continue. I'm going to need you to come with your old shit. That's all I'm going to say. Chicago, really. You need to figure out what you're going to do for your...
Whoa, that's the energy we giving up?
I'm just saying.
Okay,
It's kind of annoying me right now.
Okay.
I guess Anton is a true alpha. You want to, emulate him and shit.
Okay.
It's cool. Okay. Y'all.
Do you see how the sister is now comparing the brother with the other brother to create animosity between black men? That is what you call emasculating a black man publicly on a platform. See, what she just did is she just emasculated the brother on the show. That's the modern woman. She never took any responsibility to correct herself, to clean it up. Oh, you didn't see it? Oh.
On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
So we're going to have two Antons on the show because that's annoying.
Now, notice how you're going to have two people, and she put her hand on her head like, That's disrespectful. See, women in other cultures wouldn't be caught doing that. They honor and they reverence their men. But see, our women, they show that they have no respect for us whatsoever. A woman is supposed to display elegance, femininity. She's supposed to be chaste, humble, one who reverences the man, honors the man, not provoking him, not saying anything that will trigger him. But this is what you get with a modern woman.
On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
So we're going to have two Antons on the show because that's annoying. Y'all both going to change clothes. Y'all both going to wear hats. Y'all both going to do gimmicks. Like, that's annoying as hell. But go ahead. Y'all continue. I'm going to need you to come with your old shit. That's all I'm going to say. Chicago, really. You need to figure out what you're going to do for your...
Whoa, that's the energy we giving up?
I'm just saying. It's kind of annoying me right now.
Okay.
I guess Anton is a true alpha. You want to...
She said that they're annoying her right now. This is what black men get in relationships. This is the disrespect that black men get on the regular. Now, some of you might not think this is really all that disrespectful, but it is. Because if, let's say, for example, former President Obama was on a panel, do you think that she would talk like or address him in such a manner? No, she won't. She'll be on her best behavior. But see, our women, they don't know how to display that type of respect for every man. When they show disrespect like that towards other men, they do the very same thing to whatever man they're with. Because they learn how to disrespect men because the man that they have, they control and emasculate. For if they were with a man of honor and integrity who rule his house, she would know how to carry herself when in the presence of great men.
Late here, but shit, it's cool. Okay, y'all funny. Y'all funny. I'm just calling it spade.
Let's go. What's your next caller, JR? Let's go. Okay.
Let's do it.
Now look, wait. Now remember, all I'm gonna say before it started is you started it.
Listen.
I hear you. You started.
Come with it. Come on. I ain't got shit to lose today.
Anton, I'm gonna throw it out there. Real Tawana. Okay. Why is it so hard for women just to take accountability for themselves?
Now, why is it so hard for women to take accountability for themselves? See, at that moment, the sister on the top left, at that moment, she knew she fucked up. Because when you ask a black woman a question like that, you know what you're going to get? A bunch of tap dancing. You're not going to get a straight answer because they can't answer straight. They will begin to act like they just don't know why they can't take accountability for themselves. Why? See, if you look at her facial expression, it's very clear. She's like, oh boy, how am I going to answer this one? Pressure is on. How am I going to answer this one? Let's see how she answers.
They haven't had to.
Oh, that's an easy answer.
They haven't had to.
Is it? Because I'm trying to figure it out. And when I say take accountability, not because what about the man? Why is it so hard for a black woman to say, hey, we got some stuff to take care of, to deal with. Let's do this. Why is that so
I'm
hard?
not even gonna answer it, but that is so easy.
I need to know.
Do you see? She's still trying to figure out what she's going to say. Why can't black women be accountable? Because they believe they're above reproach. They act like children. They believe that they're exempt from accountability. They believe that because they have a vagina, that they don't have to do anything to correct themselves. And if you dare try to point out their faults or issues, you're misogynist. You're a hater. You can't hold them accountable because they will never correct themselves. And think about this, brothers. If you're unable to let a woman know where her shortcomings is and she refused to acknowledge herself, how do you think they are in relationships? They will never say they're sorry. They will never acknowledge their faults. They'll never say, you know what, my bad, it was my fault. I apologize. I should have never talked to you like that. I should have never did that. I'm disappointed within myself. I'm going to make it right. They will never do that. They'll say it was you. They'll say, because you didn't do this, that's why I did that. They'll always swing it back to you. That's what we got to deal with, brothers. Let's go.
Yeah, I feel like, Anton, it is easy, but why is it?
Right? We align in our view towards this whole issue, so I don't even think that's a question for me per se.
Okay.
So.
Well, then I'll put it towards Tawana. Why do you think it's so hard for women just to take accountability for themselves and get their stuff right and don't have to?
When you see her put her hand like this and doing that, she's nervous. That is a sign when she know the heat is about to turn up and she got to really respond the right way. But we all know the outcome before we even go further. At least I know, because I've been teaching on these issues for years. And it's not changing because women refuse to just get it. As long as a black woman want to be a man, we're going to always be in this problem. As long as black women don't want to humble themselves and say, you know what? I'm the woman. I'm going to play my role. I'm going to do my part. And it is what it is. As long as they want to be independent, flaunt their degree, talk about what they drive as if though a man care. He don't. He don't, ladies. Okay, you got your big house. You got your car. You got your career, your education. Ladies, it don't mean nothing to us. We're not impressed by your car. We're not impressed by your degree. I am not impressed by your house. You know why? All of those things, I supposed to provide you. I supposed to provide that life for you. So if you're wanting to go out there and provide it for yourself, there really is no need for me. And see, that's where most of you women are. There really is no need for a man in your life when you're independent and you don't feel you need a man. So I really don't know why you calling Kevin Samuels looking for a high value man when you don't even value yourself enough to keep your legs closed. You don't value yourself enough to stop having babies by Pookie and Ray Ray. A high value man is not even high value. That's a gimmick. We're going to talk about that later, and we're going to talk about that in other videos because I already shared my thoughts on that. Because these high value so-called talking points, it's all BS at the end of the day. About 8% of the population, and all you ladies are trying to get this one man. Ladies, you want the real? You want the truth? Real so-called high-value men that you see throughout social media, they really don't get women. They got to pay for women. They got to pay for sex. They got to call an escort. You will never see these guys hollering at a woman in the street. They can never get a woman organically because they really don't have it in them to do that. That's why they lead with their money. That's why you women call in, because you're seeking money. And they know they could get your drawers to come down because all I got to do is just flaunt my money. And because you don't respect yourself, I know you're going to give me some of that ass. But guess what? Once you do that, I'm not marrying you. You got to go. Remember Pretty Woman? Remember when Kevin Samuels told you, pay her $3,000 for the weekend and then let her go? That is what high value men do. They're never going to marry you. They don't want children. You will be a prostitute for them. But I'm the bad guy, right? Because I'm sharing the real. If Pookie and Ray Ray is pumping and dumping you sisters and he's broke, how much more will the so-called man with money do to you? Money amplify what you currently are. If you're a whoremonger male who abused women and used them only for sex and you're broke, then if we put some money in your hands, you can hire all the women to come over the house. I could hire 2-3 women, come over, do some tricks for me. Why? I'm paying for a service. And if the high value man can convince you sisters that because they're high value that they could pay for this and pay for that, then what really is your worth to a high value man? You're just nothing but a moment of pleasure. Wow. You're being disrespected by the high-value men and don't even know it because of your insecurity and foolish ways. But I'm the bad guy for telling you the truth.
Tag team the black man on it.
What is accountability to you? Like, what does that mean?
Accountability.
What would they do?
Okay.
She asks you the question. She asks you the question. Don't ask her a question when she asks you the question. Because, see, you know what this is saying, brothers? She don't even know what accountability is. Because she never been accountable for anything. Everything been handed to him. Everything been provided. Everything.
Okay, so let's talk about just the black women and black man relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And we are at a standstill where we are. And black men are saying, I need my black women to do this. What black women are saying is, okay, fine, but you ain't doing this. So we always throw it back on them. Like I said, it's a tag team back again type of joint. When is it and why is it not where we can just focus on us black women getting ourselves together? It has nothing to do with the black man. Why is that a problem to say? Why is there a problem when I say black women, we have to get ourselves together? We have to be accountable. We have to listen to our black man. Why can't we just focus on us and getting ourselves together and being accountable for what we do wrong? Because we do wrong. We're not good. We're not.
You're right. You're not. Black women are not good women. In order for a black woman to be a good woman, she must be with a good man. If she's not with a good man and he's not teaching her, providing the education that she truly needs, she will never graduate and become the woman he truly needs. You see, women don't want to be accountable. They want to blame the man, or they'll just point the finger. If you tell her about herself, she'll say, but, you know, if black men would get it right, everything will be good. No, if you ladies keep your legs closed, you won't be having babies out of wedlock. Let's talk about that accountability. Let's talk about how you want a man to wife you up at age 40, 45, and you got 3, 4, 5 kids by different men. But yet, you want him to be trapped in a monogamous relationship when you bring baggage to the table, you bring the hurts and pains from all your relationships. All of those guys were able to get whatever they needed out of you for free. But now that you are 40 years old and found Jesus and religion, now all of a sudden, you want and expect him to be faithful to you when you never been faithful your whole life. You're trying to repackage yourself as if though you have some sort of value at this point, when you destroyed your entire life. I see it all the time. I see women in their late 30s, 40s, trying to act like they're still 20. No, your prime years are over. You're done. Like literally, you're finished. If you're not going to get it right, you're going to be single for the rest of your life, or you will be someone's call girl. It's just that simple. There's no way around it. Because see, here's the problem. You may not like what I say, but all you got to do is just look at your actions. Look at what bed you end up in. And ask yourself, am I wrong? Are you on your back again? How many times are you going to go through the same roller coaster with different men? How many times are you going to get into a new relationship? Hey girl, how you doing? Who's that? Oh, that's my new boo. How long you known him? Oh, I just saw him. I just met him last week. We engage. "10 years later, we engage." Being engaged is not being a wife. You understand? You got to learn how to be a wife. Not on your own, on what you think a man need. The man got to tell you what he need. See, a lot of you ladies, you got it all mixed up. You think that you could go to some woman's channel or some woman's Facebook group and learn how to be a wife. No. The way you learn how to be a wife is when you get with a man and he tell you exactly what he want out of you. See, I'm a carpenter by trade. I have a very, very great skill in remodeling kitchens, bathrooms, doing a whole bunch of work around the house. I'm very skilled and I'm self-taught. If I was a man that didn't have that skill and I needed some work done on the house, I would have to hire a contractor. And I'm paying for a service. The contractor don't just come there and do what they want to do. I tell them what I want done. So if a man make you his wife, you as a woman don't come to the table figuring out, well, I'm just going to do what I want to do and he's going to be happy with it. No, you're going to do what I tell you to do, just like you do what you're told on your job. And if you're not going to do what you're told to do in your relationship, you are a hypocrite for doing what you're told on your job. Because I find it very hypocritical as a woman to do what you're told on your job, but when you're with your man, you act like you don't need to respect his wishes. No. You got to humble yourself and recognize that this is your king. Because we got a lot of good brothers out here that are working very hard, building their life up. Most of these brothers came from the slums. Most of these brothers know what it's like to not have food to eat. Brothers, they didn't have no clothes to wear. They had to wear the same shoes every day, and they struggled, they worked, and they built something for themselves. And I'll be damned if you think that that type of black man gotta take you under his wing and make you his wife. And you're not obeying him, and he gotta deal with all the bullshit? No, that's not how things are gonna go. You are gonna serve him. And if you're not gonna do that, remain single, get a toy. You don't like that truth? Look at the menu and order something else. Because I'm Ringo TV Raw.
I don't hear nothing. All I hear is
Right. Can we agree that black women are perfect?
Hey JR, can you hit the hand clap? The hand clap thing, bro.
Can we agree that black women aren't perfect?
I'm not answering for black women. Like,
I'm just your opinion.
I mean,
your opinion.
I think you are saying exactly what your experience is that women don't take accountability. I can't answer for all black women. Like,
Okay, well,
Do you see what's going on here? Now all of a sudden, women can't answer. Simple question about accountability. They can't answer. And shout out to Michael Thomas for the super chat. He said, I had to pull off the Long Island Expressway to give you props on this. Appreciate the support, man. See how she can't respond? Do you see how it is when you deal with women, man? It's like you can't. And that's a woman asking another woman. And still you can't get that dialogue straightforward. This is crazy, man. This is really crazy.
I'm not. Okay.
I'm not.
You're black
Hold on,
women
Courtney.
in
Hold on,
America.
Courtney.
I'm definitely not going to say that black women don't take accountability. So maybe you, like, your experience is that they don't, right? So I think you should speak from that.
No. Because hold on, but wait. Because hold on, Courtney. Because if I say, yo, women are this and that, I think that you're quick to come to the defense and then say, no, well, what about men and all of this? But then when we ask when Courtney asked a direct question when it comes to women taking accountability and responsibility, now you don't speak for women, but you do speak for them when it comes to other guys and when we talking about other conversations when it comes to relevant questions.
And that's the truth. See, if I got up on camera and I said something about black women, right? If I said black women don't do this and black women don't do that, the majority of black women will have something to say. They'll begin to speak on the majority of black women and defend their position, right? When it comes to accountability, all of a sudden she don't know what's going on. She got amnesia. It is not important. Maybe she should speak on her experiences. This is what you get, brothers. The runaround. This is what you brothers will get when you deal with the modern woman.
It pertains to women. So why are we changing the narrative?
Well, I don't think that we don't take accountability. So I think that's the difference.
When have we?
I think that's the difference. I guess.
Okay, so well, I mean,
that some of the things that Anton says I disagree with, or some of the things that JR or all of y'all say, right?
Okay.
I don't necessarily think that women don't take accountability and don't want to fix those things that, you know, men are saying, hey, this is some stuff that I'm finding wrong in this, relationship or whatever. Like, I think that women try actively to correct those things.
Women don't try to correct nothing. The modern women don't correct anything. The modern woman is in total rebellion against the man, against the Most High. She refused to take heed to instructions. Listen, ladies, obey. Obey. Submit. Is it that hard? The truth is, you don't want to obey the man because you want to be the man.
Like what? What do you think that men are saying that they have an issue with black women that we are currently trying to fix? Like, tell me something specific.
What do men have an issue with? Like, tell me what they have an issue with, and then
Are you serious? Are you serious? Tell you what men have an issue with. A black man can't even find a black woman that's a virgin. A black man can work so hard his whole life, build an entire empire, and when it comes to taking a woman as a wife, she already done been with 15 other brothers. Problem number one. Where is the purity in our women? Where is the self-respect and dignity in our women? We live in a culture where women have no respect of their body. They get up, they become a teenager, lose their virginity to some old man, go out there, get pumped and dumped, smashed and dashed, tossed and turned everywhere, and then by the time she hit 30, 45, and things ain't working out for her, now she want to get it right. Now she want to find Jesus. Now she want religion. Now she's looking for that brother to come in and save her after she destroyed her whole life. Number one, brothers are unable to find a pure woman that don't have no history because our women don't respect their bodies. It is not for you as a woman. It is not becoming of a lady to give your body to every single man that comes along. How many times have you seen a different face? How many times have you used your mouth for certain activities? How many times your back was turned while a man had his way with you, and you're still not a wife? You're still not a holy, righteous woman. Where is the respect? Where is the self-love? Why is it so easy to give yourself to Satan? But when it comes to giving yourself to the Most High, you fight against that. Think about that.
I'm trying to tell you what I feel like women are doing to correct it.
Okay, well, Anton, Gorilla, tell me if I'm wrong. Black men sometimes has an issue with us being cooperative and our attitudes.
You ain't never wrong.
Sometimes we're not nice. Sometimes we're not nice.
I ain't heard you say one wrong thing in 2 shows, so I'm gonna.
Sometimes we're not nice. So black men are saying, black women, can y'all just be nice to me? Can I just come home without an argument? And so if that's what they want, and they're not getting, and if another black woman would say that, that's what I'm saying, and it's a backlash. Like,
dog, I wish I had some popcorn. I need to.
I'm really trying to figure it out.
Some popcorn, please.
Know that that's true. I mean, so are you saying that? So Anton, you married, so
don't do that, woman. Don't be disrespectful like that again. See, if I was the brother, I would have dealt with you straight up, right there. Once you said that, the show have nothing to do with that brother's woman. See, that's that emasculating nonsense that women always do. You see, brothers, when women begin to try to emasculate you, they do the thing so subtly. And if you don't call it out, she's not going to respect you. The show is not about that brother's woman, but she's about to make it about his woman. Check it out.
Do you not come to a peaceful environment sometimes? Like I'm saying, so is your woman black?
Yep.
She's black, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So she's not always argumentative, right?
But we're not talking about.
Here's the thing.
Hold on.
I feel like women in general are.
See, what the brother should have did is he should have rebuked her and said, look, hold on. You're going to have some damn respect, number one. This show is not about my woman. A question was asked. A question was given to you. So let's not twist this thing and turn it into, am I going through these issues at home and try to make it about me? Answer the question. You understand? Don't be disrespecting me or my woman by singling out us. We're talking in general. This is an open discussion about the issues men deal with. We deal with women with bad attitudes. We deal with women that just have all sorts of problems and they don't want to take personal responsibility for it. They want to act like this is normal. This is not normal. And you brothers should not be tolerating women that want to come in and do what the hell they want to do, and you're not checking them on what's going on. You have to set order as a man. You have to set order as a man. You are a man. Do you understand me? You're not a bitch. You're a man. So you don't let a woman take authority over you, tell you what you can do and can't do and putting up all this lip and nonsense. No. You set the tone and the order. If she ain't willing to follow that, she could stay single and get a toy. Because we don't got no time to play. Life is short. I don't know about you brothers, but life is very short. And in order for a woman to respect you, you have to set the order. You have to set that energy. And then she will follow suit. But what she's trying to do is she's trying to flip it and focus it on his woman rather than just speaking and answering the question to give clarity to a question that needs answers. But once again, women are never accountable. They just shift blame. She's trying to shift it on his woman as if though, so is your woman not cooperating, with you? What are you all in his business for? Everybody relationship got their own ups and downs and BS. There are no perfect relationships. This issue affects all black women. Even black women that are on point at times still got to deal with this demon. So it's not about focusing on one woman. This is about the majority. Why they can't just be accountable for themselves and not be like, well, we'll change if the black man change, or, no. Be responsible for you. How about doing that? Is it so hard to do that, man? I don't know.
Working on trying to be people. I do.
If you go on any of these platforms, Tawana, honestly, because I am not the majority. I do understand, and I take that into consideration when I'm having these conversations, to say that my circumstance and my situation, although I have been intentional in crafting that conversation, when you go on these platforms and you listen to the overwhelming majority or the general consensus of men in general, and you listen to the conversations that women are having as a result of what men are saying, they're not taking accountability. They're saying, what's wrong with men? They're saying men need to bend to our will. This is who we are. We hoes, and we want to do the slut walk, right? Like Courtney said earlier. Yeah, like acknowledge our
Our dysfunction is the word he's looking for. You see, women want to go out there and take the slut walk. They want to be sexually liberated, promiscuous, do what the hell they want, sleep around, be with Tom, Dick, and Harry, and just do whatever they want to do. And they look at it like something is wrong with us as men, as if though we're not to complain, because they want us to submit to them. Once again, the black woman want us as men to essentially become the woman so that they can rule over us, making us their guard dog, making us do tricks. That's what they're looking for. They're not trying to be accountable. They're not going to change anything. The only way a woman can change is when she sit down and humble herself, listen to the truth, and make the necessary changes and be honest. A woman got to recognize that her attitude sucks. Again, brothers, if a woman is not going to submit to you, cater to you, and obey you, she is worthless to you. She have no value. If she's not going to obey, if she's not going to submit, she have no value. Doesn't matter how pretty you look. I really don't care. Beauty is vain, and beauty is going to fade. And all these women that are using beauty, that's all sex craft. That's thirst trapping. Don't ever allow a woman to use her beauty to control you. I know as brothers we are somehow weakened by the beauty of a black woman. But as men, we must be stronger. Because once you take the sex out of the picture and you look at the modern woman for who she is, there really is nothing there. Outside of sex, and I've been saying this for years, everybody's still using these talking points. It's all over YouTube. If you take sex out of the relationship, what is there? That's my talking point. Thanks for the credit. There's nothing there. Because they have no value. In order for a woman to have value, she get it either two ways. From her mother and father in her upbringing, which the majority of women don't have. Or she can get that through a righteous man in whom teaches her how to be worthy, teaches her how to respect her body. Even if a woman was sexually intimate with 3 men and she got with that new brother, if he's a good brother, and he began to teach her and edify her and put her on the right path, she'll end up becoming an honorable woman because of that man, not because of herself. Remember, we need women that are going to be the woman we need for our vision and our purpose That's what we're looking for as men. But they must be accountable. They must be teachable, pliable, flexible, willing to learn, cooperative, not argumentative, not cantankerous. But in today's culture, it's pretty difficult to find such a woman because the majority of them, as I said, they want to be men. And we cannot have two men ruling in one house. It's just not going to work.
We can be whatever we want to be, and men should take us and acknowledge that, right? But they aren't saying this is what we hear you. We take that into consideration, what it is that you're saying, men, and this is the conversations that we need to have as a result of it. They saying we gonna do what we want to do anyway, and we don't take accountability for what it is that you guys have identified as what's wrong with us. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's both type of women. I am a part of groups where women are trying to learn skills to be more cooperative,
Trying to learn skills to be more cooperative. Clearly, it's not working. Rather than trying, how about just doing it? Rather than being a part of these groups with all these single women. You know, when you open the Bible, it clearly tells women what they're supposed to do. You ladies really understand that, right? If you open the Bible, it tells women exactly how to conduct themselves in a relationship. Why aren't women doing that? Because they don't want to obey the man. It's just that simple.
who understand men better. Like I'm a part of those type of groups as well. Like I'm not just a part of the groups that are disrespectful. It's a gender roles, it's gender wars. Like I listen to Tora Sense, I listen to Lena, I listen to other women who are trying to learn those things. So yes, I think we concentrate on the ones who don't want to know.
Stop deflecting. Stop deflecting. Stop deflecting, please. It's annoying. You know, you're just focused on the ones that, no, we're focused on all of you. There's no one woman that got it all together. All of y'all need help. Y'all all been affected by feminism. The feminist movement. Y'all all been affected by that. And it's up to quality men to educate women in hopes to deliver them from that bondage that they're in.
Don't want to, like they're not interested in cooperating with men, and they don't find value in relationships. And we focus on those people a lot on our show. But I think that's cool. That's our target. That's our demographic. We want to criticize those women. We want to dog those women. But there's lots of women like me who are in a relationship and who want to be cooperative and who want to work with their partner and who is getting married and who is moving. Like there's
who is getting married. You're not married. So you're in a relationship with a man. Let's deal with this. Proven point that women are not accountable. Are you having sex with this man? Matter of fact, let's see. Oh, we have that woman on the phone. Hello. Yes, Like Mill Advice TV. Are you the sister that is pretty much in the video talking there? Yes, that's me. Okay, I have some questions for you, all right? You don't have a problem with that? No, I don't have no problem with that. Okay. So you're in a relationship with a man, right? Yes, I'm in a relationship. Okay. In the video you said that you are getting married. Am I correct in quoting you right? Yes, we're getting married. I'm engaged. All right. I just want to give you a little test on accountability. Are you sexually intimate with this man? Hello? Are you there? Hello? Are you there? I'm here, but why you gotta talk about sex? What I'm trying to do, lady, is prove a point. You are not married, but we all know that in this hypersexual culture, you are having sex with that man. That's none of your business. That's none of your business. We're dealing with accountability. You are not married yet. So what if the man decides that he don't want to marry you? That would mean that you gave your body to that man. See, you're doing the very same thing that the majority of women do. You're making the choice to lay up with a man before you get married because you have no accountability on your actions. And this is what women do every single day. That's bad. Because you don't respect your body. And if you don't respect your body, no man will. Yeah, but I don't think this is right. I mean, as a woman who's been liberated, I can have sex. I can do what I want. All right, you go ahead and do what you want. All right, I'm gonna hang up, man. All right, peace. Let's go.
A lot of women who want that and are
Look at you,
doing
caller.
that. So I don't know. We tend to focus on the bad ones. That's what I'm saying.
I don't.
We tend to focus on the bad ones. No. See, all deflecting. Do you see the magic, the black magic right here? And shout out to Rollo in the building. He said, Ringo, one of the hardest workers for the Most High. If she combating this because she trying to think you accept it when you not speaking the truth. Yeah, that's definitely true, man. Appreciate the support. It's crazy, man. Like, she's deflecting like crazy right now, man. And, you know, anytime women say they're getting married, I don't even listen to that, to be quite frank. I don't listen to that because normally it's not going to happen. And even if it do, based on what I'm seeing thus far, I already done know it's not going to be no success. I already done know. Because this is typically what you get. They're going to always say I'm getting married as if though that validates their points or that can makes it more strong. No, you are currently in a relationship with someone in whom you're most likely intimate with that you're not married to, right? And you believe is going to be this great monogamous relationship under some union of marriage, when really under the circumstances right now, you could technically be a side woman and he can have other women on the side. See, there's so much stuff that we could dig into this. But again, women don't want to deal with the reality of what's going on and the accountability that goes into this. Laying up with a man and he have not really taken you serious to make you his wife, make you less of a woman. And he don't respect you. You don't respect yourself. It's just that simple, you know? There's no way around this. So it would be in women's best interest not to talk about I'm about to get married, because that's like saying you're engaged. I'm not impressed when you say you're engaged because you're not married.
I don't know if it's bad. I think it's a genre of years. And, you know, I hear that you're about to get married. I think that's awesome. But being married, getting married doesn't mean that you're cooperative.
Man, yo, when she said that, I bust out laughing because that's so true. Just because you're getting married, it doesn't mean you're a cooperative woman. And I know, you know, the woman who's about to get married, she's not cooperative. I know that. She's going to give whatever man she's with, she's going to give him a very hard time. Because the energy that she's putting out, especially in the beginning of the video that she had towards the brothers, the disrespect, she's going to give that same energy to the man that she get with. Yeah.
Being married, being in a relationship,
it shows that at least I'm trying to work.
I'm not putting that on you. I'm talking in general.
Right.
So what I'm saying is that it's a whole genre of women that's my age, Swana, your age, that we're in a modern women age. And for me, what makes me a little different is because I look to see what were we doing back in the day that got women married and families together, because that's what I'm about. I'm about togetherness, family, Black family, because you can't fix a community if you don't fix your family.
See, what got Black family back together, or kept them together back in the day, was the fact that the women respected themselves. They understood what it meant to submit to the man. They understood the following of the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. And women were very submissive. What destroyed that was when the so-called white man came in and gave our women feminism, the feminist movement, and told them she don't need to respect this man. How dare he have you in the house as a stay-home wife? That's slavery. Don't worry about him. You could have a career. You can have a job. Ladies, that's Satan. That's no different than when the devil came to Eve in the garden and said, hath the Most High said that you shall surely die if you eat this fruit? I mean, the Most High said that if I eat it, I shall die, Satan. Oh, no, you're not going to die. Come on over here. Partake of this fruit. This fruit sure do taste good. Now, what I want you to do, now that you've partaken of this fruit, I need for you to go over there and give some to your husband. Do you see that? Do you see how Satan used the woman to derail the Black man, even in the Garden of Eden? I'm pretty sure when Adam was walking by, he was hungry. He was just working out. He was walking by. He saw Eve. Eve was wearing some high heels, stilettos. He saw that she had a wagon. Adam was like, damn. Lord have mercy. Hey, Adam, I got some fruit. You want some of that? You know, you want some of this fruit? You know, bring all the boys to the yard, my fruit. Yeah, sure, baby. I don't mind having some of that fruit. Let me get some of that over here. Wait a minute. What the hell's going on, babe? You don't got no clothes on. What the hell? Yo, I don't got no clothes on. Oh, my goodness, yo. We naked out here. What the hell happened to me? Wow, Adam, I didn't know you was like that. I didn't know you had 3 legs. See, that's what happened. The woman came in, Satan went to her, beguiled her, and she went to the man and emasculated him, and all of humanity fell. That's the same thing that the white man did with the Black woman. Gave her the forbidden fruit. She ate of it, her eyes open. Now, she's just like the devil. She's being used right now to oppress the Black man, which in turn destroys the Black family. And now today, when we look at the Black family, it's a thing of the past. Divorce rate is high. Body counts of women is going up. If you look at the average woman, She got 2 to 5 kids by 5 different men. You tell me, is that the decision making of an educated woman? That she would open her womb for 4 men? 4. Okay, you messed up with baby daddy number 1. All right, let's get it right now. You get with baby daddy number 2. Damn. Baby daddy number 3. Wow, you ain't learned your lesson yet? Baby daddy number 4. You got 4 kids by different men and still don't get it. Still not taking personal responsibility and accountability for your actions. It's the man. My baby daddy, he ain't good. He doing me dirty. He's just a bad guy. No, you are wicked as hell. You are the one out here roaming the streets. And you know what's so sad about that? You got all those kids by different men, and you want your children to believe that they're brothers and sisters. I'm here to submit to you ladies right now that when you have kids by multiple men, the children are not brothers and sisters. For in order for them to be brothers and sisters, they must all come from the same seed. If they come from seed line of different men, they are not blood brothers and sisters. And this is why our families cannot flourish, because we're going to have brothers and sisters fighting amongst one another because they're really not brothers and sisters. They got different fathers, different personalities. And you're wondering why we got all these problems in the black community, man. It's a total disgrace. A bunch of dysfunctional people, man.
So therefore, I'm traditional. I'm very traditional. I'm a Southern belle. I'm a Southern girl. I've been raised by my grandmama and my mama. My mama tell me, I bring a boyfriend to the house. You feeding him? He look a little skinny, girl. Like, that's what I was raised.
That's real talk right there. Because, you know, truth be told, back in the day, I can recall that a lot of the young ladies that had like a grandmother or whatever like that, I can recall there was a time when I had a girlfriend and I went over the house and the grandmother was like, who's that skinny boy? And she told the daughter to fix me a peanut butter sandwich. Get that boy now a little peanut butter jelly sandwich. What's your name, boy? You look like you haven't eaten in a long time. She ain't lying. I ain't eaten in a long time, for real. I was hungry as hell, man. That was that good peanut butter, too. But it's true. Our women have lost these virtues, you know, where, and, you know, all jokes aside, when she said that the mom or the grandmother, whoever, was like, who's that boy, fix him something to eat, because women were taught and trained that their job is to cook for their man, regardless. Women were brought up to wash dishes and clean the house, and it's a feminine thing to do, to serve their man. You understand? So women of old taught their daughters this. So by the time the young ladies were able to grow up, they had what it took to be successful in relationships. Today's women are not getting that training. They're being trained how to get the bag, how to get a Birkin bag, how to look for a high value man. They're taught from Derek Jackson that you could be 40 and single and it's great. You know, I mean, look what happened to Quavo. I mean, he's an idiot, man. Remember that video where Quavo was up there in the background like this, like, yeah, you know what I mean? The woman's like, if you got a man and he ain't buying you a Birkin, you know, you need to put him back on the streets. Quavo was like, yeah, man, I'm a boss. I got money. I'm a high value man. But now look at Quavo. Same woman that you spoiled with Birkin bags and gifts and cars end up playing you like a sucker. It's because you got money doesn't mean you wise, bro.
Then, so my traditional views is that's what it is because that's how I was grown. But the modern woman does not have those values, and I'm looked at differently because I hold traditional values from women that was in the 50s and 60s. But however, those roles made families stick together.
You know, it's a lot of things that people do individually to work on their individual goals, right? And things that they want to improve on. When women want to learn about dating advice, when they want to, you know, hey, they want to get some information, they want to learn, they go to these different platforms. So there's Kevin Samuels, right? There's Derek Jenks, there's
You see, ladies, this is why you're going to be remaining single for the rest of your lives. It's because of what she just said. She said when women need dating advice and X, Y, and Z, they go to Kevin Samuels, a guy who always asks women about their dress size. A guy who been married twice and had 2 divorces. A guy who have to pay for escorts in order to have sex. A guy who wear a woman's purse. And you wondering why you can't find a man. It's because you're not talking to a man. You are talking to another woman. Look, I know a lot of you don't like me. I understand. The only reason why you women go to Kevin Samuels is because you accept him like one of your girlfriends. Because if the truth be told, if a masculine man talked to you ladies the way he talked to you and degrade women and bash them, you would have a major problem with that. You support the nonsense, which is keeping you single. A man is not supposed to be talking about high value this and high value that, and you got to make 6 figures, and you gotta do this and you gotta do that. But he don't got no wife. He don't got no woman in bed right now. I mean, do y'all people really notice and understand that these so-called content creators that talk all this talk, do you realize that these guys really don't have access to women unless they pay? How could you take dating advice from someone that have 2 failed marriages? Oh boy, man. The reason why you ladies are never going to have success in relationships because your relationship goals are unrealistic. You're searching for a man making 6 figures, 7 figures. You're not looking for a good quality man that brings value to the table. You're looking for money. I thought you're independent. I thought you're educated. I thought you got your own house, your own car. If you got all of those things, you don't need a man. Y'all going to Derek Jackson for advice? A man that taught you that he is monogamous and never cheats on his wife, but called up one of his exes for a booty call? A man that found religion and now is claiming that God is working with him to build himself up? That's the guy you're going to for advice? Derek Jackson was responsible for all of you ladies losing your good man because he would tell you to leave him. He would tell you don't deserve that. He would tell you that anytime a man tried to control you or rebuke you or correct you, that he's wrong and you need to leave him. Now you got no man because you've been listening to these scam artists on YouTube. And listen, I know a lot of you are Kevin Samuel fans, and he's famous and got the spotlight all over him, and he's your godfather. But in the end, all of you ladies are being played. And I hope that you remember these words when everything finally unfolds and you realize that all this time y'all been getting played for fools because you love gimmicks. You should be looking for a quality man to build with. Well, if he don't got 6 figures, I ain't gonna give him none. Really? You gave everybody else some. You gave everybody in college some, and they ain't had 6 figures. Now, all of a sudden, now you want to hold off because you're waiting to see if the dollars is there? Are you a lady or a thought? Which one? We're dealing with accountability. You sisters are focusing on all the wrong things. You don't measure a manhood by the dollar amount that he make. Is this the kind of man that have the ambition and the goals to build a quality life for you in the future? Because I'm going to tell you honestly, brothers, never get with a woman once you already have your success. Because she's not there because she like you. She's there for the success. Kevin Samuels know this. So a lot of you foolish women that call in or want to meet up or hang out, you're only there for the money. You don't give a damn about this guy. Because truthfully honest with you, and I'm going to keep it 1,000, a lot of you ladies, if you actually went out and hanged out with these type of people, you're going to realize that it's not all that you thought it would be. It's like hanging out with one of your girlfriends. Remember that video that I exposed? Receipts shown. Y'all remember that video? Where his brother was out with that other dude's wife, fronting like he was out on a date, and I exposed it. Everybody got mad with me. What did he end up doing? Taking the video down from the Instagram, doing this and that. And I got the DM messages. All of those things is all on my Patreon, man. But you ladies are going to remain single because you keep following these gimmicks on YouTube. You like being entertained. You want a quality man? Okay. Follow the Most High. Repent of your sins. Stop being a thought. Keep your legs closed. And learn how to honor and submit to a quality man that has a purpose. Stop looking for swag. Stop looking for Birkin bags and all of that stuff. Because at the end of the day, that doesn't make a man. Materials is cool to have. Having nice things is cool. But most of these guys that got a bunch of money, they're lonely men. They got to masturbate at night. What? Are you telling me that high-value men masturbate? Of course they do. What do you think this is? These guys don't got no woman. I mean, think about this. Derek Jackson had to go cheat on his wife because he wasn't getting nothing at home. Duh. And he got money too. So you got 2 scam artists with money, but yet they don't have no access to women. That's because the women that they deal with don't understand polygyny. But now everybody on YouTube want to talk about polygyny. Listen, people, let me break down polygyny for you because you're going to hear people talking about these things, and I need for all of y'all to pretty much pay attention. Polygyny is not about a man just going out there having sex with women. Polygyny is not about a man who makes 6 figures, right? And he have options to just get with a woman. No. Polygyny is about a man building a family. Polygyny is about a man building a legacy with his wives in whom he love, cherish, and take care of. He produces children with his wives. He don't use them for sex only. If a man is using you as a woman for sex only, you are not his woman. You are an escort. Don't let none of these content creators use my talking points on polygyny as a way to brainwash you and manipulate you into thinking it's normal for a man that have money to just get with a woman for sex and then leave her. If you're the type of woman that would get with a man because he got money just to give him sex so he can leave you, then you're a whore. And you're in no position to even talk about anything when you don't even take personal responsibility for yourself and your actions. Because if you're going to degrade yourself like that, how could you be mad with me for giving you the truth? You're just another fool. So don't be deceived by these guys. They're actors. It's a gimmick. You understand? It's a gimmick. It's not real. Don't ever go to these guys for advice. You can't take advice from people that have failed relationships, man. Because all they can talk about is the failure. Oh, we got a phone call, everybody. Hello? Who's that? Is this Kevin Scamuels? No, this is Blackmail Advice TV, aka Ringo TV Raw. Oh, you're Ringo TV Raw? You know, I like it raw. How can I help you? Well, I'm looking for a high-value man. Lady, you got the wrong show. All right? I'm doing a live show right now. I really don't have no time for this nonsense. But Ringo, could you, rate me from 1 to 10? Let's get back to the show, people, because these people are crazy. I don't know what's going on.
Some other women, people go to different avenues for different things. So I think that what happens is we see the women who are naturally against this, right? They don't want a partner. They don't find value in relationships. And those are the women that we focus on. When there are many women who follow they follow women who are giving them genuine advice about this is what you need to do to be in a relationship.
Listen, a woman cannot tell you genuinely what you need to do. The only one that could tell you what you need to do is the man. If a woman came to me and I need her on my team, only I can tell her what I need. Another woman can only give you suggestions, but those suggestions may not work with you. You understand? Just because I can give one person advice, it doesn't mean it work with everybody. It's based on your current situation. That's how it works. You shouldn't be taking advice from people that have no real success. If you want relationship advice, first of all, you need to check the person that you're getting info from to see if they have a successful relationship. You see what I'm saying? Do they have a wife? Do they practice what they preach? Are they just a fraud? Because people can give you a good talk. That doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
I've suggested that my friend, she likes Taurus sense, and she is very good about, I'm married. Hey, this is what I did. And here are some things that I think you can do to improve and make yourself better so that you can be in a relationship. And there is women who do it. I think that I'm a part of the groups that want.
Well, we got a question too.
Yeah. I'm part of the groups that's in that. I think that we tend to focus on the women who don't want to be. They don't want to be.
I like what the person wrote. The person said, "Tell us a time when you were wrong." You ain't gonna get that answer from women. Women do not tell you when they're wrong. You could just forget about that one. Any brother that been in any sort of relationship with a real black woman know that in some course of that relationship, she did something dirty, did something wrong, probably several times, and she would never admit that she was wrong. It's something about their ego and their pride. They just don't want to confess that they're wrong. In their eyes, they're always right. And you're wrong.
Marriage material.
They do.
They do.
Majority of women want to get married. Whether they say they don't, that's a deflective mechanism because they do want to get married. There's not a woman
ready. They not ready.
There's not a woman. There's not a woman alive that want to die alone.
You know, I hear the dying alone thing all the time. Let's really examine that. Die alone. You know, when you die, it doesn't matter if you're with somebody, you are going to die alone. We're not going to die at the same time. So I think we need to all stop using die alone. Because if you're in a relationship with a man, you're still going to die alone. You know, you could be driving down the street. You know, your man could be out there with some woman in the back in the booth in the dark getting head. Oh, baby. Wow, this is real good. Damn, sister. You give him, oh, wow. And then her man walk in with a gun and shoot him. Bow! He died alone while getting some head. It is what it is. Let's get back.
There's not a woman alive that wants to be sitting in her house at 70 years old by herself.
That's true. That's true right there. What she said is true. Women don't want to necessarily be 70 years old and by themselves. But when you really think about it, when you look at the black community, all these old women that are out here, you notice something? They're all alone. They got no husband, yo. Ain't that something? Like, they're alone. This is crazy, man. Like, wow. I don't know.
Okay, but here's the
thing. One woman.
But if she's not doing what she needs to do to get that, then she want to die alone? She does.
Well, this is where we come in.
That's what she's going to die alone.
But here's the thing. This is where we come in. This is where we come in, understanding if you don't want to die alone and you want a man, regardless of your age, you have to know what that man wants. You got to get off your high pedestal.
There's women doing that.
It's not. Because what the men are saying, they're not. You're saying that, but what men are saying that it's not. When I tell you, if I tell a man, yes, I'm listening to you. When
a lot of your platforms men-centered?
No. Well, let me be very clear. Okay. Well, let me speak. It's not very. I listen to a plethora of people. Not only do I listen to the Black Manosphere, I listen to Madame Noir. I listen to Swirlers.
What you need to listen to is Ringo TV Raw, Black Male Advice TV. You need to listen to me. Because over here, you're going to get the real. You're not going to get sugar. You're not going to get chocolate chip cookies. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get back into this.
So I have a very vast, educated knowledge of people and what their needs and wants. So therefore, I just don't.
Listen, the only thing a man needs is cooperation, good cooked food, and some head. That's all he needs. I mean, Dave Chappelle said it pretty good. You know, give me a sandwich, you know, stop arguing and shut the fuck up. It's pretty simple. See, as a man, we just want peace and quiet. We just want to be peaceful. Women make things complicated. They try to figure everything out when it's very easy and clear. Do what I tell you to do. Don't give me a hard time. Fix the dinner. Take care of the kids so I could lead us to the promised land. I got a lot of shit on my plate. I got a lot of stress. Your job is to take away my stress. That's why you're a helpmate. If you do your part and I do my part, you'll live in the big house. You'll have the clothes, the kids will be taken care of, their futures will be secure. You give me a hard time, I'm going to be stressed out. I won't be able to be healthy because you won't cook. And if I'm not being sexually fulfilled, I'm going to be in the street looking around. So as a woman, you have a job. If you want this man to be happy with you, do your fucking part. Obey, submit, and don't give him a hard time. Do your part and be feminine. Stop being masculine, acting like a man, while trying to expect this man to be happy with you. Remove all the nonsense from your life and begin to listen to real men that's going to guide you with real truth. Because I'm not going to tickle your ear. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. You could get that from Kevin Samuels. You could get that from Derek Jackson. They'll tell you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you need to hear. You need to act like a lady and stop degrading yourself.
Have an opinion just off me. I have an opinion because I listen to different panels and different atmospheres. And what I am seeing is that women, they don't want to die alone. However, they don't know what to do or how to get to the man that they want because they do want a man.
The reason why they don't know how to get to the man they want is because they keep listening to the likes of Kevin Samuels and Derek Jackson and other clowns on YouTube and other women that got no man. These people are planting unrealistic goals in you. You ladies are looking for a man making 6 to 7 figure income when you live in the hood. You shop at Rainbows, but yet you want a high value man. And there's nothing wrong with shopping at Rainbows, but let's be real. How about you just find a brother within your neighborhood who's going to school, who got a 9-to-5 grind, and work with that brother? Because I'm going to tell you something, ladies. A lot of the brothers you overlook be that man that's going to end up making 6 figures in the next 5 to 10 years. He's going to be that man that's going to get on track. But the thing is, you want the man already packaged with everything. It don't work like that. You got to enjoy the brother when he's at his lowest point so that you can see the growth. That's what a helper does. She help. I wouldn't want a woman to benefit from my success if she came in while I'm already successful. The woman that was with me when I was broke is the woman that will be with me when I'm well off. That's real.
The thing is that we have placations like Derek Jackson that say that they're okay and it's lit to be 40 and single. You're the best. And it's not. If we're not being honest, and if we're not saying, women, yo, listen to men. If you want a man, then why wouldn't you listen to them and say what you want and follow suit? Why is that a problem?
Because we're dealing with children. Most women act like children. They don't want to accept reality for what it is. They're wicked as hell. They're the cause of why things are the way they are, but they hide behind their vagina and hold themselves as not guilty. You understand? They give guys nothing but lip and back talk, make their lives miserable. They don't add nothing to the guy's life, just stress him out. And then they move on to the next victim.
What if we change the narrative? What if women quit trying to be so combative and so angry and just follow leadership of a man because the man is supposed to lead? What if we do that? What if we have all this black girl magic that we have in us and we get this powerfulness of a black woman that we are to help our man lead? What an amazing community we will become.
She's speaking facts right there. What an amazing community it will become if Black women really followed what she just said right there. But we all know that's not going to happen. At least not in this lifetime with these women. I mean, the only way that's going to happen is if the Most High come down and intervene and kind of just bring a plague and it forces women to get in line. That's like the only way. As far as I'm seeing it, women are just going to do what they do, and it's just going to be dysfunction, babies being born out of wedlock, and women fighting over custody and child support. Because it's bad out here. It's really, really horrible. Like, there's no accountability with women on doing better and meeting the requirements that men are looking for. Men are looking for a certain type of women to conduct themselves a certain way. And women just don't want to do that because they don't want to submit to the man. They want the man to submit to them.
But what we are is a Black woman wants not only to be the Black man, they want to supersede him. They want to be better than. And that's the problem.
It's definitely the problem because it's competitive jealousy. Women are competing with men rather than just playing their position. The man has a role and the woman has a role. If women really want quality and to see the full potential of their man, they got to stick by his side. And I know my stream, I have a lot of, some jokes and laughter here, seriousness, some humor. But ladies, to be quite honest with you, man, if you really stand by your man in total submission to the purpose he have, the future that he is going to build for you, it's going to be amazing. Because when a Black woman truly submit to her man and he know that his woman is with him, that brother feel like he could accomplish anything. Because he's working to build that family. He's working to help build that family so that the children are blessed, that you're blessed and you're happy and everything is good. But when we look at society right now, most of you sisters, you're never happy because you don't appreciate nothing a man do. These are the problems most brothers have. Most brothers be working, buying their woman gifts, paying all the bills, doing all these different things, and still don't got no respect. I made live shows talking about brothers that are in marriages and relationships that are sexless. No sex. How is that a brother can be working, providing for the house, and his own woman don't even want to have sex with him? And yet the same woman want this brother to be faithful under monogamy. This is crazy.
I disagree that, women are not being cooperative and not trying to partner with Black men. I think that Courtney has her experience, and that's a great experience. I do believe that there are women who want to partner with the Black man. I think that there are Black men.
Listen, most Black women don't even want to be in a relationship. She just want to be in a situationship. She just want to be an F buddy on the side. She really don't want no commitment. If you're a Black man and you're trying to get with a Black woman to be on a serious relationship, she would say you're thirsty. She'll say that you're catching feelings. To love a Black woman now is wrong. If I see a sister and she's fine and I'm attracted to her and I try to make things move towards a relationship, that would turn off the woman. That's the culture we in right now. Women get turned off if you want a commitment with them. The only time the average modern Black woman want that is after she done played the field, hit the wall, and destroyed her life. That is when she want Mr. Goodbar to come in and save her. That is when she finds religion. That is when she start wearing dashikis. That is when she begin to talk about Black power and, she's wearing her hair natural. She's doing everything to try to attract that man. But it's too late because us brothers, we could see through the gimmick. We could see through it.
Who need to understand women's nature a little bit more. I think there are men who don't quite get it and who don't quite understand us. I do think that.
But what about the women?
I think that as well. I think that there's women.
What happens when the man understands the woman's nature? What does the man get out of that?
That's a good question.
I think that it just explains. So sometimes what happens is men will challenge women, right? For being emotional, for being empathetic, for being all these things, right? They will say something. One time he'll be like, you're so emotional, right? Like you're so and I'd be like, but that's a woman's nature, right? Like,
women are emotional creatures, but a woman being overly emotional, that's a problem that she can tame if she learns how to control her emotions. Women tend to react based on their emotions. They don't think logically. So if something happened around the house, she's thinking about her emotions and she's in her feelings, and men got to deal with that BS. We don't got no time for all of that stuff. We don't got no time for mind games. We don't got no time for the nonsense that women do. Well, if he really loved me, he would take me out. I cannot read your mind, woman. If there's something you need or desire, use your mouth and speak. All this emotional nonsense, telepathically trying to make me read your mind. We're adults. When you're on the job and your supervisor needs something, he's not sitting there telepathically trying to make you read his mind. He send you an email or he call you on the phone and say, yo, get up and go do X, Y, and Z. I need this paperwork. So in relationships, we got to stop BSing and playing games and be adults.
That's what we do.
That's correct.
And it's like sometimes I think that the very thing that they want us to be, they attack us for doing that as
I've
well.
heard you say that before. But
what makes you think that
what do the men get?
Even on this platform, like a woman needs to learn a man's nature too, right? Because then when she learns a man's nature, then she understands the balance and what she brings to the relationship and what he brings to the relationship. I think that we are intentionally trying to do that. Like, I think we're focused on the people who are not. And we may assume that every woman in this world wants to be married or wants to be in a relationship.
They do.
But we cannot say that a woman who's not actively trying to do those things wants to be in a relationship. We cannot say that because she knows that these are things that you have to improve on. So you have to do these things, right? There are so many women who are doing those things that we don't even focus on.
Well, where are they?
Right. That's the part that I struggle with. It's like we're so narrow. We only look at the women who are against. There's always going to be.
Hold on, Courtney.
There's always going to be a balance. There's always going to be good and bad in the world. Here's what I'm saying, though. I'm not going to target 10% of the population and waste my time teaching women how to target these men when women can very well be with men who make these $60K to $200K and have a happy house, a happy family, loving. I just gave a range of men who are definitely accessible to women, who women don't have to necessarily be focused on high value 10% of the population and don't have to change their entire being in order to attract a man. I believe that men tolerate more women tolerate more when men make more money.
Sure.
I believe.
Do you see what we got to deal with? Do you see how complicated women make things? I mean, can't it just be as simple as, plug and play? Like, can't relationships just be like plug and play? Like, they make it so difficult and complicated to figure out. like it's a jigsaw puzzle or something.
believe that's true. I believe that women who deal with men who make a certain type of money have to be a certain way. And I believe that you guys can teach them how to do that. I believe that I don't believe that women who date men who make between the brackets that I'm dating, because most of the time, these women, we still have to work. We still have to participate in bringing, income into our homes. We have to work as a partnership. It's a totally different mindset.
See, this is the problem. When you're in a relationship as a Black woman, right? Your job is not to be at a 9 to 5 working. Your job is to be at home working for your man. These are all my talking points. This is biblically sound. The Black woman is supposed to be at home. That's her job. Raising the family, taking care of the children, taking care of the house, making sure that her husband is pleased with her. These are things that the Black woman is supposed to be doing. If you're at a 9 to 5, you're not serving me, you're serving your supervisor and your boss. As a Black woman, you must understand, you're giving the best years of your life to a company rather than me. So why do I need you as a wife when you're spending 8 to 14 hours at a job? Why would I want a woman that's a nurse that stays at a hospital all damn day when I'm at home and my dick is hard and I need my wife to come home and please me, but she's at her job all damn day? And while she's there, I gotta watch the kids being a babysitter because she want me to be under monogamy. So I don't have the loving I need. I essentially became the babysitter. I'm now the woman in my own relationship. And that is where you women have most Black men. You want to be out in the field doing what a man is supposed to do rather than being at home doing what a wife is supposed to do. It's crazy times we live in, man.
Zero-sum game, man. This is a zero-sum game.
I'm just letting you know that you are speaking to a different type of woman. I don't speak to those type of women. I don't believe that.
Okay, so do you think I'm a different type of woman?
I know for a fact partnerships that's lasted much longer. I'm just saying, you are telling women things that is not going to help them.
How?
With the average man. That's all I'm saying.
What am I saying that's wrong?
Well, I'm not saying that you're saying that you are necessarily wrong.
Okay.
And I never once said that you were wrong. I
didn't say you did. I'm just asking what.
But you just said that, so I never said you were wrong.
I didn't say that. I asked a question. The question was, what did I say was wrong?
Again, I'm saying that you're talking to a specific woman. I never said that you were wrong.
Okay.
I said that I can't answer a question when I didn't tell you that you were wrong. You have points. You have points that women, of course, women should be more cooperative. Do I believe that women are not working toward that? No, I'm in social groups that show that women are actively trying to figure out how to become better partners to men.
Women are not trying to learn or do anything. They're too busy trying to compete with men. And men are just saying, look, obey, serve, submit. Cooperate. Cooperate with the system. Let me tell you Black women something. You sisters that have kids and you have to go get WIC, formula, public assistance, and all that type of stuff, you understand what cooperation is when you got to go down to those offices and you got to take fingerprints and sit down and wait for your name to be called. And you got to go up to the register and listen and sign some paper. You got to cooperate, right? You're not going to get your benefits till you cooperate, right? Your baby is not going to get what they need till they cooperate. See, you live in a microwave society that gave you everything that could replace the Black man. So this is why it's easy for you to do what you do. You could go to the courts, get the child support, put the man in prison, get public assistance, get this, WIC, healthcare, everything is free. You know, Goldman Sachs want to invest $10 billion in Black women, not Black men, Black women. But yes, they're wasting their money. They're wasting their time. So when we look at what's going on, this is a major problem. It's a major problem that needs to stop. Do you want to serve the black man as your king? Or do you want to be the king? And don't call yourself a queen, because you're not a queen unless you have a king. I got about 1 more minute, and then I'm going to sign out and continue the show tomorrow.
And also asking these questions. What do men want? How do I resolve conflict easier? How do I work with men? Like, I'm in groups where people are asking these questions and they really want to know. They want to work.
So what's the resolve?
So
they're asking these questions. What's the resolve? What do you tell them?
Here's the thing though. We educated people, educated meaning, college educated.
All this education you women got and y'all still got no man. Nobody cares about that stuff, man.
Are more likely to get married now in this day and age.
That's a lie.
They're more likely, they're getting married.
No, they're not.
So what happens is women are learning that they have to study these things in order to learn. People they're not naturally knowing how to be in relationships. They didn't witness this.
Tawana, if I can, please. That's not what I asked. What I asked is these women are asking you, how can they,
Well, not asking me. They're asking
the group. Okay. Yeah. So what I asked is, what is the resolve? What is the answer for these women wanting to be more cooperative with men? What's the answer?
Most times,
what are you guys giving them?
They do exactly what Anton's doing, what Kevin Samuel's doing. They're getting coached. Women have life coaches. Women have therapists.
Ladies, I'm going to sign off with that note on what she said. If you're listening to Kevin Samuels on needing therapy and all this nonsense, then all of y'all are mentally crazy. When a man have to tell you that you need therapy, you're crazy to listen to that BS. Why would all you ladies need therapy? Why would you all need some sort of counseling? All of y'all crazy, like y'all don't know how to think for yourselves? Is it because of all the men that been in your vagina that you're mentally unstable? You need therapy? Who's getting paid when you got to get this therapy? This is all a part of the scam. All you ladies need therapy. If you need a therapist, I got 3 friends of mine, colleagues and business partners that I could recommend to you. And those very same therapists are in on the scam to make money off you fools who need this therapy. And even with all the therapy, you still got no man. So, with that said, we're at about clock 21:43 on that video. So, I'm going to take a screenshot of that. All right. And we're going to continue this live show later on tonight when I get out of work, because I got to get ready to go to work. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, we're going to continue the show later on. I hope everybody enjoyed it so far. We're going to get more information out of this, man. But this was a good show. And hope everybody have a blessed day. Peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. The mods in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got Tracy. We got, let me see, V-Dub Man in the building. What's going on? Yeah, this is crazy, man. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to sign out. I got to get ready. I got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? I got to go to a real job, a real career, and get this bread. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but why don't you just continue, man? Just take a day off, bro. Take a day off. Nah, I got things to do, man. For real talk. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back later on tonight. Now, again, brothers, this is what you're dealing with today. This is what you're facing. This. You're dealing with this. This is what you're facing. So I hope y'all out there, have a blessed day. Take it easy. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. You're not going to get content like this from anybody. They're not going to do it like this. So that's about it, right? Let me see. Oh, she's good. Daughter's good. Everything's cool. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get on out of here, man. Y'all have a blessed day. This is Black Male Advice TV. The only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth. 100% raw and uncut. I'm out, y'all. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and